confident on Rodri. The expectation at Barca remains very optimistic. They presented a third proposal. There is an active conversation with Manchester City. Guys, I think the crucial part of the story, for those who don't understand why the deal is not done yet, the crucial part of the story is Rodri himself. Rodri is not a normal player. Rodri is Rodri. He's a legend of the game. He's a Manchester City legend today, tomorrow, yesterday, and forever. He's a player who won the Champions League, who won the Premier League several times, who won every single trophy in England, who won the Ballon d'Or, who won the World Cup, best player of the World Cup, Euros. Rodri completed football. And so, especially for Manchester City, he's a symbol. Rodri is a symbol, is the face of Manchester City. And so, when a player like him decides to go with 1 year left on his contract, Manchester City understand that the player wants to go, and Manchester City are expected to be respectful. Then Manchester City must be respected as well, because Manchester City want to get their money. And so the conversation is ongoing with Barcelona, but the expectation is absolutely positive. So, stay patient on this one, but Rodri to Barca is underway. Then, Enzo Fernandez. I can confirm to you tonight that Manchester City are yet to give up on Enzo. But it's going to be important financially, guys, to understand what's going to happen. Because I told you that from Friday, the deadline for Enzo Fernandez is now off. So the deadline has expired. What does it mean? It means that until the deadline, Man City or any other club had the chance to sign Enzo Fernandez for £120 million. No need for negotiations. Like a release clause. Put the money, get the player. That's it. No meetings, no talks, no first bid, second bid, third bid, the payment structure. Everything clear. Pay, go. Now, with this verbal clause off, the negotiations would be needed, and Chelsea are in total control of the situation. But my understanding is that Man City are yet to give up on Enzo Fernandez. Man City are still calling, Man City are still trying to understand if there is a way. So, as of today, I would not call the deal off. It's for sure more complicated, but it's not off. So, let's follow the situation. Then, Pedro Neto is another player appreciated by Manchester City, but at the moment, Manchester City believe that the valuation made by Chelsea for Pedro Neto is way too high, and so Pedro Neto to Manchester City at the moment is complicated by this. Manchester City spoke to the agent of Pedro Neto, but Manchester City are not advancing because of this reason. The valuation made by Chelsea is considered too high. For Pedro Neto, I would keep an eye on two solutions. The first one, the most likely, could be Al-Hilal, because Al-Hilal are about to say goodbye to Malcolm. He scored over the weekend, but is expected to go in the next hours to another Saudi club, Al-Hilal. And so Pedro Neto is a target for Al-Hilal, for sure. And then another possibility is Tottenham, but for Tottenham, I keep telling you guys, Savinho and Gakpo, Gakpo and Savinho, Savinho and Gakpo, plus a center striker. So this is the idea at Tottenham. So Pedro Neto is a backup. In case something happens for Savinho, something happens for Gakpo, Pedro Neto is a backup, but he's not the top priority. That's important to clarify.
Manchester City thought they had their man. New manager Enzo Maresca had identified his primary attacking target, and the stage was set for a massive Premier League reunion. But in the last 24 hours, the transfer market has been turned completely upside down. Chelsea's Pedro Neto is leaving Stamford Bridge, but he isn't heading to the Etihad, and he isn't joining Arsenal either. In a shocking twist, an unexpected club has just swooped in, agreed to personal terms, and triggered a £51 million hijack that leaves City scrambling. Why did Neto turn down the reigning English giants? And what does this mean for Xabi Alonso's new-look Chelsea? Stick around, because we are breaking down the exact details of this £51 million shocker and answering the biggest questions surrounding Man City's massive transfer failure. To understand why Neto is suddenly packing his bags, we have to look at Chelsea's finances. Over the past few weeks, the Blues shattered expectations by spending a staggering £117 million on Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. With new boss Xabi Alonso taking the reins at Stamford Bridge, that massive signing meant Neto was suddenly looking at a rotational role. The 26-year-old Portuguese international wanted guaranteed minutes, and the exit door was flung wide open. Man City's new head coach, Enzo Maresca, who managed Neto at Chelsea last season, immediately made him a top priority for his Etihad project. It looked like a match made in heaven, until a massive offer arrived from the Middle East. Saudi Pro League giants Al-Hilal have officially crashed the party. According to late-breaking reports from Sky Switzerland, Neto has fully approved a move to the Middle East. Al-Hilal stepped up and met Chelsea's valuation, preparing to pay a massive €60 million, or £51 million, to secure his signature. While City were strategizing, Al-Hilal moved fast, pairing Neto with his Portuguese national teammates Ruben Neves and João Cancelo. This is where it gets interesting. While Enzo Maresca desperately wanted to reunite with Neto and fully understood his qualities, City's board is incredibly disciplined when it comes to transfer valuations. Chelsea initially wanted £70 million early in the summer, before softening their stance to recoup the £54 million they originally paid Wolves in 2024. Al-Hilal were willing to guarantee that £51 million fee instantly in pure cash, closing the door on any prolonged Premier League bidding war. This £51 million bombshell means Chelsea are well on their way to raising their €300 million target in player sales, but it leaves Enzo Maresca and Manchester City empty-handed in their wide forward search. What do you think? Did Manchester City make a massive mistake by not spending the £51 million on Neto, or is Al-Hilal overpaying? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for the very latest daily transfer news.